Well, hello everybody, it's Richard here. Sorry about the technical hitch there, just trying to get the little remote control to work. If it was easy, if it was so easy, it would be too easy, wouldn't it? So I finally got it to work. But anyway, welcome back to my channel, one and all. It's Richard Macintyre here, and today is, I think, the 27th, Sunday the 27th of January 2019. And in the background, I've got Tommy Dorsey playing there with Eleanor Powell on the Columbia 108, actually. God, I had a memory block then. Today I thought I'd talk to you about several things. One of them is my new project that I'm going to chat to you about and a little bit later on. But before then, I thought I'd just let you know that those of you who follow River Huntington, who lives down in Hastings, very near me. I'm in Maidstone, but he lives in Hastings. I heard that he'd passed away back in November of 2018, and I thought I'd just pay tribute to River, who is was the most amazing guy I've met. I went to see him once down there, and we had a really lovely afternoon together. He was a great model railway enthusiast, as well as being a great enthusiast of Philips equipment. In fact, his channel was, so I don't get it wrong, it was AG3304, and I've been in touch with both George and with Adam, who have channels, and when Adam particularly, who used to see him at least once a week, so he was telling me on Facebook the other day. And but it's very sad because we're losing somebody from our community, and I used to follow his videos avidly. I used to love watching his videos, and really great. I'm just going to turn the gramophone off. There we go. And with the noisy break. So I just thought I'd pay a tribute to him. And if you're up there, River in heaven, I'm sure you are, you know, I hope you're looking down on us, because you were somebody who I will miss, actually. I'll miss greatly. And the YouTube community is an amazing community. We all support each other very well. And so I just thought I'd pause there and just say we're missing you. And obviously your videos are still available on that channel site, and I'll put a link down below, as they say, but I thought it was worth a mention. So this afternoon I'm going to sip my tea. It's a cool, what is it today? A cool 5 degrees here in the United Kingdom, and we are expecting snow. I'm reliably informed by my paramotoring friends in Cambridge that we're expecting snow round about Tuesday in London, which means it will trickle down to good old Kent. It's probably some time just after that, or at the same time. So I shall have to make sure that we batten down the hatches, and that my cars are, my Mondeo and my 124 Spider is well and truly looked after and covered up, because you know, the white stuff has an effect on the automobiles of this world. So just moving slightly on, I thought I'd mention that the Decca 73, I mentioned the last video I uploaded was the beginning of the month, we're in January, so and I mentioned about the doors that I'm going to do. So these are the doors. I haven't, and I've got some hinges to go on this, so this project will still happen, and that was intended to be next. But then I was looking at one of my Facebook group sites, and there was a very nice Decca 103 on there, and it was being played, and there were several videos from that I thought, I wonder if I could get one of those. And lo and behold, I've been very lucky and been able to source a Decca 103, and the 103 for Decca was right at the beginning of the journey of portable machines, portable wind-up gramophone machines, like the 101 that everyone, the HMV 101 that everyone knows so very well. But the Decca 103 is really quite iconic in that it's got a double horn, it's got a double reflex horn, and also a large Garrard 12A motor. And it was quite a heavy beast of a machine. So, but without further ado, I thought perhaps I'd just take you off the stand and share some of the things with you. And I've already started the project, so we're about, you know, about a quarter of the way through, I suppose. But anyway, hold fire there. All right, here we go. So you're looking at the motor here, but before we get into the sort of mechanical side of things, I thought perhaps I also mentioned to you that the case, so this is the case that it came with, the case was very badly pockmarked with woodworm. The woodworm had been treated by the previous owner. This particular gramophone, by the way, the history of this is quite interesting. The gramophone was actually purchased new by a gentleman called Pete, who I bought it off, and he was, I think where was he? He was based up in I forget where he was now, quite a long way away in the country. So it was actually a collect-only machine originally, with about 40 records, and I asked him, because the sale didn't go through. Nobody purchased it, or one on the eBay. So I said, would you be prepared to send it to me? He said, well, he would, but it would cost quite a bit. But in fact, the postage wasn't that bad actually for the machine, and it duly came in the post. The history behind this machine is that the gentleman here, and I'll read what he says, because it says here, apologise for the late reply. Glad it arrived safely, and apologise. One bit had come off, which was the sound box, but didn't really do much damage there. I sold it on behalf of my late mother, who purchased it a number of years ago from new. She was a key musician, and accompanying the gramophone were about 50 records. Unfortunately, technical evolution and my birth placed it in the loft for many years, so obviously it was a loft find. It was only during the last year, where her illness worsened, she decided to start using it again, and it brought back lots of memories. And I think so it's a tribute to Pete's mother that I've got this machine, and I tell you, it will be well treasured, because as it was brought new, there's only been one owner, and apart from the motor, which I'll talk to you about, where somebody has repaired it, you know, it's in good nick. So what I've done is I've treated all the woodworm again, and then done some sealing of the woodworm little buggers tracks here, excuse the French, and then treated the underside. You can probably see there, if you can, I've just used PVA glue just to coat the bottom. Mainly the bottom is where the woodworm attacks seem to be, just to make sure that it's all nicely sealed there. And then I've given it the first coat of boot polish, or shoe polish, which has brought it up, and on that basis. But so that's the base of it. Very sturdy handle. It's got a job mark in there from the factory. I don't quite understand what that means, but it's staying there. And even down to, it's got a small eye to close off where the winding handle goes there. So I'm really pleased with that. So that's the base. The rest of the machine, if you just stay with me, this is the double reflex horn, and I tell you, it's quite a beast. This actually fits inside the case, the bottom of the case, and then the motor, which is here, if I just take this off here, I can show you, this actually fits on the top. Obviously it has the motor board, which I'm going to show you in a second, which is an amazing piece. So this weighs quite a lot, so you can imagine this and this with this enormous horn. It really is quite an amazing. The sound box fits on top of here. The sound box is very nice too. Or sorry, sound box. Sorry to say the tone arm. Sorry, the tone arm fits on here, and then it's got a nice Songster sound box, which I'll dig out of the box. I'm looking after it. So that goes in there. This has all had a single polish so far. It has a very short winding handle, which is this one. Very short winding handle, and also it has the most quite unique braking system on this machine. Once I put it all together, I'll show you how that operates. And you actually, depending on the size of the record, you then set it to where the end of the record is to start with, and then pull the arm back to start the machine going, and then it plays and turns off. And I've had it going because it all works very well. It's got this beautiful nickel plate motorboard. So, and I've given this a couple of cleans now, and the actual needle box is on the side here. It's quite unique because obviously, if you think about this, is about 1922. If you think about that, we didn't have any HMV ones with the side opening or needle box secure clips on machines then. Just take a sip of my tea. So this was an innovation then, to put the needles in there, and these are all the needles that have come with this. Quite an array. There was some array of loud and also soft ones, so I've taken those out. So the actual sound box itself, if you just bear with me a minute, and I'll see if I can remove this from this. I'm just going to put you down a second, and then I'll see whether I can. What I'll do, I'll put you back on the stand up here, because there we go. Right, this is the British made. Oh, it's an Elba. This is the British made sound box. I will have to change the gasket in here because I can see it has perished. It's moved, but this is the one that came with it apparently. Surprised it wasn't a Decca, but perhaps you had a choice then which sound box you had. The only thing I would say is that if I take off the stand a bit more again, that I did notice that there is a mark here, which this is the Garrard 12A. There is a mark here that says 12 and it looks like 10, so I think the lady concerned, when she brought it down from the lot, had it repaired. Either the spring had gone or she's just had the motor serviced, but it doesn't need much touching. And so what I've done is I've just cleaned up all the dust from the from when the woodworm were in there, and I just re-oiled it with some penetrating light oil, some graphite type oil, and it's working perfectly well, and it runs really well. You can see there that you can just see there we are, the governor going round beautifully. So I'm not going to, normally speaking, what I do with my machines is that I take them apart and refurbished everything, taking even the spring box. I take that apart and get all the oil and gunk out, but I'm not going to do that. It worked perfectly when it arrived in the post, and played some records, and I think it's just a case of making sure that it's all in working order, like I like everything to be. And then it's going to be in my office upstairs, sitting alongside the VV50 and the 101, HMV 101, and also the Decca 73. So a little bit of work to do on that. So I just thought I'd update you really about where we are. I know I've started the project, but it was I wanted to get off to a good start and do things on that basis. So anyway, going back to the record. So the record I was playing there was the You Are My Lucky Star, and it was by Eleanor Powell and Tommy Dorsey and his orchestra. So what I'll do is play you out with the second side of that record, and obviously there'll be a part, I suppose there'll be a part, yeah, there will be a part 2 of the Decca Salon 103. So there we are. Anyway, thank you for watching. Look forward to your comments, and see you on the next video. Here we go. Just bear with me while I start and wind.